Well, hi, folks. Doyle Dykes here, and welcome to our Guitar Pour series, and which means you get a free guitar lesson. I've never claimed to be a great teacher, but I'll do my best to show you how I play. One of my favorite songs, in a sense, that I've ever written because I think it's one of the most meaningful songs I've ever written. It's sad, and for a long time I just quit playing it until my grandson Drew one time asked us, said, "Poppy, what was 9/11 all about?" And I thought, let's never forget. And so I had written this song shortly after 9/11. It's called A Call to Freedom. And first of all, I want to thank, of course, GHS Strings for providing all the strings I just changed on this beautiful old guitar that was also provided by my friend Kelly Barber at Action Sound in Hawkins, Texas. And look at this beauty. I mean, this is this is out of the '50s. I mean, it's got some personality to it. I have to say that. But what a great guitar! This is probably one of the best guitar shapes ever made by Gibson or anyone else. I'll show you another beautiful guitar. And this is called the little or small SJ, small jumbo. I mean, look at this, Brazilian rosewood, incredible guitar. This is an Olson. And James came out with this guitar, I guess, in the '80s, and it's what James Taylor plays. And this is probably the closest thing that you can get to his guitar. And it's a wonderful guitar, but look at the shapes and how similar they are. And this one didn't come out in the '80s. This one came out in the '50s. Of course, James has his own. Everything is absolutely an Olson. I'm not saying he copied it, but I'm saying they're very similar. And this is like a smaller J200. It's a J185. It's the same guitar that they use for the Everly brothers, and Don Everly just passed away not too long ago. I did a show with him one time, a long time ago. But this is one of my favorite guitars. It's a short scale. It's a great guitar. So thank you, Kelly, for letting me borrow this beautiful Gibson J185. J185. Of course, we also want to thank Orange Amps, and I'm going through a couple of amps here, the acoustic amp and then a tube amp called the Trim Lord, and then also going through their what they call their acoustic pedal. And especially want to thank Zoom as well. I have a lot of sponsors, a lot of people, and Zoom. I have all these mics and recorders and everything that Zoom is a big part of, and they've been a great supporter. And also with the AC3, which is a really great acoustic pedal here for acoustic guitar as well. And so anyway, I just want to make sure I mention those folks. But thank you very much, especially to Kelly Barber for letting me use this great guitar. I owned this at one time, and I think I may again. I'm having to say, well, I haven't any thoughts of it, but this song started out as it sounded like a distress signal. My kid said, "Dad, are you writing a song about 9/11?" Oh, I don't know. And I'd put the guitar down. But that was the hook. Songs need a hook. Sometimes they're lyrically, especially in a country song. But this is a musical hook. And you'll hear this played in other ways during the song, but it starts, and then you add the bass, the accompaniment. So it's in drop D, drop D, and then your accompaniment is really your thumb. So it's like, that's really like a G. But what it is, you have to keep these two going all the time. So that's the hardest part about this. So you have the D, and then drop this down to an F. Let's see, that would be a D flat or a C sharp on your fifth string, and then goes down to like a G. And then you're back to basically the same chord as the beginning, except I added this fourth string here, like a D with an A on the top. So what you're doing is your bass is like descending. And so it's more of an orchestral type thing. So here we go again. And at that point, I'll either use my third finger, ring finger on my right, or in my middle, but mostly my middle finger on the top two notes there. I just kind of use those, and I use this for the arpeggio chords. And so, like I say, I go back and forth, so I'll... And then you're actually bringing this bass where you're going to resolve back to the 4, or which would be a G here, and you add this, which would be an F sharp on your 4th string, and here's your chord here. You have your D note here, then your A, and then of course your G, because that's a drop D. Let go of that as soon as you do this. Let go. And that's like a 1 with a 3 in the bass, or that would be again an F sharp, because it is a drop D. It looks like an A flat, but it's not. So here's your chords again. Drop your bass, then there's your G, D again, and that's your G, and again you keep that, and so this is the 1 and the 3. In other words, a D with you still got to keep this A up here. These have to go all the time. And that's a B minor 7th with an A up here. And I just drop the 4th finger, which makes it like a suspended. And E suspended. Then I go down to E7, and that's just 2 notes. You got to have this one up here, the E or the A on the E string, and then on your drop D, which you're moving to what would normally be an F sharp, but this actually is a whole step down. So. And again, that's that. As soon as you hit it, you let up. And then so those are just little, you set it up with your fifth string. And so it's just two notes, they're in harmony. On the A, and then the G, and then the A, and then the D. And then that would be, like an E minor, you could say. And then, which would be a G with those two notes. So here we go again. Sus. And pause. And we'll catch up on the next one. And I hope you guys are having fun with this. It's called A Call to Freedom. God bless.